A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a bold move that has sent ripples through the financial markets, President Donald Trump has announced plans to impose a staggering 25% tariff on imports from Canada and Mexico, set to take effect as early as February 1, 2025. This decision marks a significant escalation in trade relations with two of America's largest trading partners, and is part of a broader effort to overhaul U.S. trade policies aimed at protecting American industries. During a press conference in the Oval Office, Trump accused both nations of failing to address critical issues, including illegal immigration and the smuggling of fentanyl into the United States. He stated, "We're thinking in terms of 25% on Mexico and Canada because they're allowing vast numbers of people. Canada's a very bad abuser also, and fentanyl to come in." The implications of this tariff are massive, as the US dollar, which had initially fallen after Trump took office, surged to 5-year highs against the Canadian dollar and rose by 1% against the Mexican peso following the announcement. The tariffs will apply to a wide array of goods and are expected to disrupt several key industries, including automotive manufacturing, agriculture, and consumer goods, all of which heavily rely on imports from Canada and Mexico. Experts warn that linking trade policies with unrelated issues such as immigration enforcement could lead to strained diplomatic ties and have adverse effects on the U.S. economy. Canadian Foreign Minister Melanie Joly condemned the tariffs as unjustified, promising to protect Canada's economic interests. Similarly, Mexican officials have voiced their opposition, with plans to defend their industries and seek international arbitration if necessary. Economists are sounding alarms about the potential consequences of these tariffs, predicting that they could lead to higher inflation rates in the U.S. and a decline in GDP growth if trade tensions escalate. Major industries that rely on cross-border supply chains are likely to face substantial cost increases, which will ultimately be passed down to consumers. In addition to the tariff announcement, President Trump has instructed federal agencies to conduct a comprehensive review of U.S. trade agreements, including the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, USMCA. This review aims to address trade deficits, currency manipulation, and unfair trade practices, with recommendations for implementing a global supplemental tariff to tackle persistent trade imbalances. Trump's aggressive trade strategy represents a significant shift in U.S. economic policy. While his administration argues that these measures will create jobs and boost domestic industries, critics warn of potential downsides, including higher consumer prices and strained international relationships. As February 1st approaches, the world watches closely to see how these tariffs will impact U.S. trade policy and the global economy. The automotive industry, in particular, is bracing for the impact. Major companies like Nissan, Stellantis, Toyota, and Volkswagen, which have significant manufacturing operations in Mexico, could be adversely affected by the tariffs. For instance, Nissan operates 2 plants in Mexico, producing nearly 505,000 vehicles, while Stellantis has assembly plants in both Mexico and Canada. Toyota has shifted its Tacoma production entirely to Mexico, and Volkswagen's Puebla factory is one of the largest auto plants in the region. The announcement of these tariffs has already sent shares of several Asian automakers and battery firms lower in trading. The potential cost increases will likely be passed down to consumers, raising prices for imported vehicles and parts. This could lead to a significant reshaping of the North American automotive market, with manufacturers possibly reconsidering their supply chains and production strategies. As the situation develops, the international community will be closely monitoring the ramifications of these tariffs and the broader implications for global trade. The stakes are high, and the outcome could redefine U.S. economic policy for years to come. President Trump's administration has made it clear that they are willing to take bold actions to protect American interests, but whether this approach will yield the desired results without inciting further trade conflicts remains to be seen. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.